Welcome back, ladies and or gentlemen. I have one fun review today. This is, I will admit, not one that I was supremely excited about when I started the season, because this is not one of the peppers that I specifically ordered to grow on my own, but it was sent to me for free, so why the heck not? If it impresses me, I do have the option of saving the seeds and or plant, and we can continue it next year. But what we're talking about this time is the Aji Chombo. This is a hot variety. I don't know how hot. I haven't actually looked too much into the heat on this one, but I know that it is a cousin of the habanero, and that means it's probably going to pack a little bit of punch to it. I will find out a little bit more about it in just a moment, but the first thing we're going to do is head out and look at the plant like normal. This is not going to be anything different than you're used to. You've seen Chinense plants before, but it's tradition. So we'll take a look. Be right back. So this is going to be kind of a two-part thing. One, we're going to look at the plant itself, and then two, we're going to get a lesson in plant care. Because even though I watered yesterday and it rained last night, that Aji Chombo is looking really sad and wilty. So I'm watering again for the third time, and it should bounce back. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I don't assume that just because it rained you don't need to check your plants. This is the first time I've been out here today, and it's midway through the afternoon, so not sure why it drained so much, but maybe the tree there blocked a lot of the water from coming on and coming straight down into it, so it didn't get as much moisture as some of these over here. But as you see, the ones back there, some of them are still wilting too, so I don't know. Maybe that downpour last night didn't provide nearly as much water as I hoped. Whatever the case, we're here to talk about this interesting looking little thing. Whoop, trying not to fall. Oh my goodness. Called the Aji Chombo. They are unique in how they shape. They look like kind of striated peanuts, if you will. And there's a couple in the back there. And we are going to be trying them today. It's your typical Chinense plant. If we look up here, 1, 2, 3 from the same little V there. A couple off of this one, couple off of this one. And yeah, beyond that, it's just an interesting looking plant. I don't know how different these are going to taste from anything else, and as it looks like, we have a broken limb here. Oh well. So, let's go give the... Wow, look at the ants going to town. Right here. Anywho, going inside, giving this a try. Be right back. Like I said, plant's not too exciting. However, I'm glad that I walked out there to check it out and go ahead and spray it down again and a couple of the others one more time, because the heat here in North Carolina is coming down really hard on top of these plants and just beating those leaves down. They bounce back nicely at night and just fluff right out, so they're usually fine. I'm not worried about it. I hate to do that to them. I generally try to keep mine healthy and hydrated. It promotes better growth, I think. Before I go into the actual review itself, I just wanted to show the color range that we've got going this year. We've got the chocolate butla, the yellow devil tongue, the Aji Chombo for today, peach ghost scorpion, and the white fatale. And they just look real good all next to each other and clumped up, and I wish when you mixed them up into a hot sauce they didn't just become one color, which is generally red. But that's okay. These are fun to even look at. I just love the colors. Nope. This is not a Bahamian goat. This is the Bahamian beast peach F3. Now the reason I'm not doing a review on this one is because it's not one that I can 100% replicate next year. It's a very interesting pod shape, as we see. It's got the Bahamian goat look, but then it looks like it also wants a stinger. So kind of neat. But since it's an F3, there's, I can't remember, it's like a 15 or 20% chance, something like that, that The ones next year are going to have well, here's another one from the same plant. So this almost looks like a peach colored Aji Chombo. They're very similar. So I will save the plant just because there's no reason not to, and I've got plenty of room for it. But I don't think I'll save this. I may save the seeds from one later if I can isolate them, but I'm not actively doing so. I'll grab different one. I'll grab seeds when they're more stable. I'm totally fine just saving the seeds from the Bahamian goat itself, because I don't think there's a huge heat difference between these and those. But we're not here to talk about that too much more. We're here to talk about this guy, the Aji Chombo. This one is one of the most fun to say. Aji Chombo, Chombolaya. But the pepper itself comes from Panama, if the sources online prove accurate. And it is a cousin of the habanero. It's apparently got a similar flavor style to the habanero, so fruity, probably going to be blazing hot. It apparently has a higher floor than the habanero, meaning the coolest of these is not going to be as cool as the coolest of habaneros. I guess we can find out. It's let's see. Apparently used a lot in Panamanian dishes. I can't say that I've ever actually had a Panamanian dish to my knowledge. So I'm guessing what we're looking at here is a differently named habanero at this point. It's got a unique look. I mean, I'll say it's definitely its own thing. I would not say that this is just a red habanero. I'm going to say that this is going to taste like a red habanero, but I don't think it's going to be quite as warm. Those things are special. The red variety of that pepper just burns my mouth something fierce in a not even enjoyable way. It's not one of those mild burns. But all things considered, I've been suffering with some pain in the left abdomen here. So if for whatever reason it happens to be some sort of an ulcer, I do kind of want to have some pain resolution mechanisms on hand. And as it turns out, milk is the only one I have. I'm not keeping any more ice cream around, even though it's summer and it would be delicious on a day like this. I'm trying to cut out sugars too. I'm a bit chunky. I'm trying to be less chunky. So enough about me. Enough about that. I have another white one. I'm sorry. These still excite me more than anything I've grown to date. I can't wait to grow more of these next year, because I'm really sad that of the three of the, I grew three of these because I wanted three of them to produce enough to make just a white sauce, but only one of them grew true, one of them grew red, and one of them grew and is producing nothing. There's no output, not even a flower on the third one, which is unfortunate. And the white ghost, I can't seem to get them to actually turn white. I know one of them definitely wants to, but I can't seem to get them to go all the way. So I don't know, maybe they just take forever. Let us give a try to the Aji Chombolaya. I wonder if the Aji Chombo would be good in jambalaya and you could call it Chombolaya. I bet it would. Oh wow. Immediate first impression. Is that it's sweeter than a habanero. Different. It's slightly different. This is another one of those ones that's sort of in between a habanero and the super duper hots, in that it definitely has a fruity tinge to it, but there's a little bit of that floral taste as well. Nice crisp solid walls, about the same thickness as your usual habanero. I'm gonna see if I can get closer and get it to focus. Maybe if I do this. But yeah, there we go. Not too bad. Plenty of seeds in the back there. Smells exactly as it tastes. Heat level so far, less than my annuals. Not very high at all. It's not heatless, but it's definitely not blazing hot. This is supposed to be anywhere between 150,000 and 350,000 Scoville. So that leads me to believe one of a couple of things. Either A, this crossed with something that wasn't as hot, always a possibility, but it grew very true to the parent plant because this looks exactly like the Aji Chombo that I see online. B, it's just not affecting me as much as others do, although I don't think that's the case because I definitely feel it, and I felt it as soon as I bit into it. It was a very quick, here it is, you know this is going to build up, but then it just didn't. Or C, my plant just isn't that hot. And like I say, I do try to keep my plants healthy and not stress them. There's been arguments on either side of that, whether stressing it actually makes the plant or makes the pods hotter. I think what it does is it increases the amount of or the percentage of the pod's capsaicin by decreasing the amount of water that's in it, but to me that just makes it less healthy and more emaciated. I've had better luck with keeping them healthy than I have with stressing them out. Beyond the wilting that you see out there. So this is not hot at all to me. It's got heat, but it's like jalapeno level heat. So this is like a 1 out of 10. It's not a 0, that's a bell, but this is maybe a 1 out of 10. I don't want to say this and then have someone go order these and it be my suggestion that you go do that because they're not hot, because I do think it might just be my strain that's not very hot. So I will not be saving seeds from these because I don't trust the purity of this one. Nothing against white hot peppers, the ones who sent me these, they've been pretty good so far. Most of what I've grown has been true aside from 2 things, I believe. Yeah, just 2. And of all the things that they have sent me, if only 2 of them didn't grow true, I'm fine with that. But yeah, I'm not gonna save the seeds from this because it's not anything special. If I wanted a milder habanero, I would just grow a chocolate one. Those are pretty good and they have a nice mellow heat. I might do that next year anyway. I kind of miss having the chocolate hobs. There's something about these chocolate pods that I've always been drawn to. And this one has a nice spider sac in the back that is already hatched, and the little spidey has come out. I think it's a spider. It could be some sort of a caterpillar too. But yeah, those look interesting together. I kind of like that. So not much to go on about this one. No, not much to rant about. I haven't done anything special in the past few days since my last video. I delayed the release of this video by way too long, just out of pure laziness, and I apologize for that. The videos sat on my phone for 5-6 days before I finally decided to transfer them to my PC and upload it. I'm actually uploading it right now as I'm taking this one, so I'm delaying this video as well. Not as much, hopefully just a couple of days. The next up, what is next? What do I have out there that I haven't touched on yet? There's not a whole lot. There's the 7-pot yellow and the white ghost, which I'm still waiting for. I haven't done another one of these, but this is a chocolate bootla, and that's not happening. That sucked so bad. If you want to watch that, go back to my first series where the videos weren't quite as well made, but definitely made the point on this one. the Scotch bonnets I did last year, but I don't think they were Scotch bonnets. I am not 100% certain these are Scotch bonnets either, but that's what they were labeled, and these are definitely bigger than the ones last year. I think the ones last year might have been habanadas, which are like habaneros with nada on the heat scale. That's what it tasted and felt like. So something's coming. I do have 7 pot yellows on the plant, and I have tons of hummingbirds out there. They don't stick around long enough to turn the camera around, but let it be known that they are out and about, and I'm happy to feed them. So let me end this here. Sorry this one was unexciting, folks. I hope the next one's better. Well, Scotch bonnets roll a lot, as it turns out. Yeah. Ending it here. Again, sorry. This one wasn't as exciting as the others. Hopefully, the plans that I have for next year are going to come to fruition. I have a lot of space in my backyard that gets tons of direct sunlight for about 7 to 8 hours a day, from little after 10 a.m. until like 4 or 5 p.m. in the summertime. The sun just up and over top of it, and I'm thinking of putting a nice good sized raised bed. So next year I'll have a raised bed for the stuff that I really want to have a bunch of, namely ahi pineapples, the Bahamian goats, and some sort of annuum, probably Tabasco or maybe one of the Thai hot. I might actually do Dragon Cayenne because I really liked the sauce that I got from the Dragon Cayenne 2 years ago. I've still got some left, and it's still one of my favorite that I've ever made. So I'll reserve the buckets for the ones that I'm experimenting with and doing the videos for, and then I'll do the in-ground stuff for the ones that I want to have the most of. Save for the reapers. The reapers are going to remain in containers because that makes them, one, easiest to isolate, and two, they've already established in the containers they're in, and I'm just going to keep overwintering them. They're a fantastically healthy plant, and all I have to do is reconstitute the soil. So, okay, hopefully that added enough to this video to make it a little less boring for anyone who's keeping up with my stuff. No milk, no water, no nothing, no heat, no reason to even bother with that. So, ending it here. See you in the next one. Will be probably a few days, but God, if that one's not exciting, I'll do card tricks or something. Who knows? Take care, and I'll see you then.